Yeah, you know, like it, bro,
yeah.
it was pretty hype. I got to hang out with him afterwards, and it was the worst experience ever.
Bitch, I'm a pothead. If you saying with smoke, fuck it.
All right, welcome back to the Second Spliff. Another episode of smoking, but this time we've got something a little different. So at the end of the last episode, y'all may have heard a song called Motions by someone special named Petey. Now I've only just got introduced to Petey very, very recently. So on that matter, I'm going to let Donnie, our tech guy, who's also here for the pod this week, introduce his boy, who I just got recently introduced to and blown away by his fucking music. So with that being said, I'm going to let Donnie take it away.
All right, I got a little intro for the man himself, all right? So I've known him for years now. He's been a co-worker and a good friend of mine, known for his music and his amazing stories, all right? With his hit song, Motions, out now, we got the one, the only, PD.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course,
Pleasure.
bro, of course. So if you're new to a podcast and you haven't been on a podcast before, we're kind of new to doing it and even like kind of doing our own thing. So we don't really have a typical approach to it, but I feel like it's only appropriate for us to give you kind of like a minute, 2 minute, whatever, to kind of introduce yourself, you know, plug whatever you want, tell everybody who you are, kind of like what your deal is. And everybody, like Donnie put me onto your song Motions, and that shit was fucking, dude, I had to listen to that on repeat like 4 or 5 times.
Thank
so like,
you, man. I appreciate that.
Of course, bro. Of course.
Yes. So I've been making music since I was about 13. Started right in my mom's basement. I just wanted to hear my voice over a beat, you know. So it was just me recording a instrumental on YouTube on my television, hitting record on my camera, and like just listening to the raw audio of me just live spitting it over. And that was like
sick.
My song, you know,
Nice,
when I was like 13.
Yeah.
And then eventually I learned how to use a potato-free software called Audacity, and I still use it today somehow. There is I've evolved on the software skill, but it's still there. Mm-hmm. I managed to use that skill actually to get into radio, and now I produce. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I now produce commercials and stuff as well for the radio show that I host at.
Really?
Yeah, and they use Audacity for some reason. So good thing I learned that.
That's sick. That's sick.
No, those are good skills that like you can take forward and put other places in life, right? Transferable skills.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll take that.
So you said you hosted a radio station?
Yes, I did actually. I still do. That's my current job right now.
Okay. What radio station's that?
Yeah, so I host on the morning for Good Morning Amherstburg on 107.9 CKBG The Berg.
Oh shit.
Berg,
oh,
baby.
shit.
Yep, The Berg, and we're going on month 3 now.
Nice.
Just started, ground up. Just, you know.
There you go.
Fuck yeah.
Doing a lot of firsts.
Is that like an everyday thing?
Yeah, 5 days a week.
5 days a week. And what time does that start at?
So my show starts at 7 in the morning.
7 in the
It
morning.
used to be 6.
And does it run like a couple hours, or are you?
Yeah. So I go from it was 6 till 10. Now it's 7 till 10, and then I clock out from being a host, and I clock in as a producer, and I like make the commercials and stuff.
That's sick.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually fucking dope.
That's cool.
That's fucking. So kind of like what led you into that career choice then?
It kind of found me, not gonna lie.
Really?
I didn't go to school for it, which is really, really uncommon to hear of. You have to usually, you know, have a full out resume before they even let you in the door. There was this brand new radio station forming in Amherstburg, and I applied on every single application for it, and I even put on at the bottom, I said PS, even if you just need someone to get coffee, you know. And they called me for an interview, and then they told me that they were going to give me it was going to be a 2-hour segment on the weekends, and I could like make it whatever I want it to be.
Cool.
That's sick. The
And
creative freedom.
Yeah, and I was like, that's sweet. So I go in for the interview for it, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna introduce you to the team or whatever. And I gelled well with the girl that was gonna be the morning host. So they're like, oh, would you like to co-host on the morning show every day? And I'm like, fuck yeah, you know.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
So
No, that's a cool opportunity, right? And like when you're given those opportunities, like you gotta take them, right?
So I was running that gig for a little bit, and then my co-host got fired. So then it became my show.
Now bro's just got his own show.
Yeah, and now I'm like just keeping it running, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely been quite a journey. I'm loving every minute of it though. I wake up and I'm actually motivated to work.
That's good.
It's sad that I have to rely on a whole town to hear me in order for me to get up out of bed, but you know, it is what it is.
Hey, no, that's good though, man. It's giving you an outlet for yourself to fucking express your work as well. So
Exactly. They let me play my music on there too.
They actually?
Yeah.
That's fucking
But he's
I
dope.
always wondered how you
self-plugging.
get your music on the radio, but like if you just become the guy on the chair that can like just drag the folder over, you know?
I'd be playing everything on my own. Fuck all this.
Yeah.
I'm plugging this. Yo, this is Motions by Petey.
Exactly. Stream it on all platforms.
Bro, we can.
But yeah.
I'll plug that shit right in this one too. I'll put an overlay. Dude, that song is going to be the outro for our fucking shit for the rest of time.
Thank you.
Yo, you are
It's
welcome.
just so good. Like the vibe is so nice. Like it's just like upbeat. and
Yeah,
it's just, like,
Bet. One day I'll have to make you a custom intro or an outro.
Oh,
Yeah.
down.
Let's do
down.
that.
Get
Bro,
like
we'll
the
get
name
to
and everything
cooking.
in it.
We'll get to cooking.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Fuck
Get the
yeah.
whole Second Spliff involved,
Yes, sir.
right? Like if he's making it, he can name drop,
Buddy.
write
buddy.
some shit over it. Yeah.
I could even like, I can make a track and then put like 10, 15 seconds of it where it's like a bar about you guys, but it's like you could clip that one piece.
Yeah,
and, like,
that'd be cool.
when I write it, I'll intentionally try to make it so it would
Clippable?
fit as
That'd
yeah.
be so sick.
That's super sick.
That'd be so sick.
I'll try my best to figure that one out.
No, that'd be cool, right? Like,
Hell yeah.
Get something that's like the mix of the both of our works, right? Like that'd be cool.
Fuck yeah.
Where was I don't even know where I was. I was like doing music and stuff when I was like 13. Then I graduated high school. It was mostly, you know, I made this song in my room, check it out on my phone, and I'd show them, and that was it. I'd upload it on my SoundCloud and stuff. And then I went to college for a year for welding. And while I was in college, there was a Sean Kingston concert that was going on.
Really?
Yeah. And I bought tickets for it because I've never been to a concert before.
And like if you're gonna go to one, you might as well go to Sean.
Yeah, Sean Kingston's like
right?
world renowned, fucking
Yeah.
musical
Especially him,
talent.
dude. Like in that time, like bro, years and years ago, Sean Kingston, bro,
Yeah.
a name, a name, bro.
Yeah.
Damn,
Bro was
wow.
worldwide on the radio
Hell yeah,
too.
like,
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
like-
That was your first concert?
Yeah, so I bought tickets for it. I think tickets were only like $45 or something.
Okay,
yeah, it was like,
nice.
and it was just an open
Crazy
mosh
good.
pit, first come, first serve.
Really?
Yeah, right there at the school. And so I bought tickets for it, and then a couple days later, I'm going between classes. I'm in line at Tim Hortons, I think. I'm getting a coffee. And there's a banner, and it says that you can audition for a chance to open for Sean Kingston.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I'm like, yeah, but this is a big fucking school, and there's a lot of people that want to do this, and I don't have the time for it. And I got school, I got class, and then Lose Yourself came on my earphones.
Perfect time.
Yeah, and you know, like the intro, and it's
Yeah.
just like if you had one shot or one opportunity. So I had to I was like, well, fuck, now I have to do it.
Yeah.
Like
Right?
a whole Rocky movie
Yeah.
in your fucking ears.
So I went
no
back.
way. That's
I wrote
crazy.
a track, and I auditioned with it. The audition made it to the second round, kind of like Got Talent style.
Okay.
And the next day we did it again. Me and my buddy James McLean. He helped me out too because it ended up being a big set list, and I needed an extra hand with it. But I'm feeling that too.
We're just gonna tune it out until it stops.
There we go. I feel like
Okay.
if we say anything about it, it'll
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I ended up getting it, and I ended up opening for Sean Kingston, and that was like my first concert ever. I got
That's
to perform
insane.
at it. Yeah, and like
That's so
don't get me
cool.
wrong, like going back in hindsight, there's always going to be a way that I could have done it better, and it could have been more hype, and I could have had
Bro,
better
you
music.
opened for fucking Sean Kingston.
Yeah, you know, like
Exactly,
bro,
yeah.
it was pretty hype. I got to hang out with him afterwards, and it was the worst
Oh, we're getting
experience
rained
ever.
on.
Really?
Yeah, don't ever meet your
Damn.
heroes, man.
Damn.
How was it a
That's
bad
crazy.
experience?
So, dude showed up to his set like an hour and a half late,
Okay.
and then when he was there, he did a show, cut the set like 40 minutes short, and then left. And then I got to go hang out with him. And when I was hanging out with him, dude was just completely barred out. Like he was just
Really?
gone.
Damn.
Like I couldn't even believe that he was able to sing the songs. Like,
Yeah,
it was
that's
bad.
crazy.
He was that fucked up?
He was that fucked up.
Damn.
Some people say it's great to meet your idols, but in that case,
Yeah,
bro,
no,
like,
show me what not to do.
Yeah.
That's
So-
good though. Sometimes you learn a lot just from seeing what not to do.
Exactly.
Facts.
If anybody ever meets me out there, I promise I won't be like that. I promise.
That's funny. Dude, yeah, that sucks. That, like, especially because I think when it comes to famous people, celebrities, and, like, you're saying, like, heroes and stuff like that, everybody has their own personal idea of who the person is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, you don't know the person, so you in your head have, like, made up this idea of
Yeah.
who you think they are, and, like, the statistical percentage that they're gonna be that exact person is almost zero, right?
Yep.
Like, there's no chance, like...
But think about it though. Like Sean Kingston marketed to like every young person from like 2006 up to like 2011, bro.
Yeah.
So when you got someone from that generation who's like super stoked to win something with you,
Literally.
you're just gonna be a fucking pillhead the whole time and just
Exactly.
chill there. Like,
Yeah.
I did leave with a trophy though.
Yeah?
My
Sick.
microphone. I had a Blue Yeti that I would record all my music on, like in my basement.
yeah.
It was like my first microphone, and I brought that with me to the concert when I met him, and I had him sign the base of it.
That's
Oh,
cool.
So that
shit.
way, like I don't record on it anymore. Really,
Yeah, but it's
like,
a
I
little
just-
trophy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I keep it there. And,
That's sick.
That's super sick.
That's
yeah,
dope.
I don't know. If
So
you-
what was the what was the song that like made you win? Like what was it that was recorded?
So the song was called "Welcome to the Show." It is not my best work, but it was good enough, and I wrote, recorded, and performed this song in 48 hours.
Damn. Okay. Okay.
Because-
Last minute.
Yeah, I saw this concert, and I'm like, well, or like, I didn't have any music that was really concert worthy.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I need to make a song. I'm opening for Sean Kingston. Welcome to the show.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's
And-
dope, man.
Yeah, so if you ever want to check that out, it's on SoundCloud. All my old work is on SoundCloud.
Is it only on SoundCloud?
Only on SoundCloud because it's all of my like cringy before I knew what I was doing kind of
see,
stuff.
like, I feel like that's like your opinion on it, because like there's so many artists where like fan favorites are like their original work. You know what I mean?
Fair.
I know what you're saying.
I
like,
did
you
the mixes
learn-
myself.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's like mid song, it'll just go quiet, and you're like, "What happened?" You know. And it's too
Yeah.
late. I hit upload
yeah.
already.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You're like watching it back. It's like
Yeah, or like I don't know. You hear like a line, and you're like, "Oh, I could have went this way with it, but I decided to just like be lazy and didn't do it." But I keep it there because I keep it there to like humble myself.
That's fair.
You know, whenever I'm telling myself like, "Oh, I'm not doing good enough. I'm not doing good enough," I always go back to that, and I'm like, "Damn, that's where I started."
Exactly.
And,
That's
like,
sick.
Progression.
Yeah, you know,
Right?
that's why it's like it's always important to never delete, especially like if you keep doing this podcast stuff. Don't delete your first few episodes. I'm not just saying that because now I'm in your first few episodes. But
He's like, you better keep me
you
on
know,
here,
like
man.
let's say you end up with like a big fancy schmancy studio and you got like everything going good. Maybe hide them if you don't want it to, if it doesn't meet the quality that you want it to be, but always keep them. Don't delete them.
For sure.
It's just it's one of those things.
It was one of the things kind of I think from the start we were like, yo, everybody likes to see progression, or some people do at least. So we were like, fuck it. Even if the first one's shit, the second one will be better, the third one will be better than that, and the fourth one will hopefully be better than that.
Exactly.
So like in anything, it's like I feel like you just got to keep doing it.
Yes, sir.
Fucking, I don't know. The first of anything isn't gonna be good. So.
No, it's all work ethic, right? Like the more time you put in, the better outcome.
So with that being said, do you have any crazy stories from working at like a radio station?
Yeah, actually I do. So before I was working there, I was interning there.
Okay.
And while I'm interning there for free, 7 days a week,
Yeah.
my boss, Marty, who is an 80-year-old Jewish man, and love the guy to death. He's started this whole thing out of pocket.
Do you need me to bleep
privately
his
owned.
name out of here?
You might have to. Yeah, you might have to. But he ended up just financing a radio station all on his own.
Really?
Yes, and when you own a radio station, usually there's like a lot of people you have to go through.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong, he still does, but like just for anything. But it's just him. He owns it, right?
Yeah, it's just his solo.
Yeah, so anything he wants to do on the radio station, he can just do on the radio station. He made an Amherstburg song. He played it all day.
No commercial
day.
breaks, just single song.
Just single song. Like it was
Marty, my boy.
Yeah, you know.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
The Amherstburg song.
Yeah. He just determined it the theme song. Like, bro just said, this is it.
Oh my.
Yeah, no. Make money off the track if you're playing it that much on the radio. You gotta
I'm
make
assuming
something.
he has to.
out of it.
Yeah, he has to, right?
Hopefully.
Probably like a fraction of a penny every time, but you know, it is something.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that was something. And
I
then
dropped a doink.
the very first time I'm learning how to operate the boards with my other afternoon host. His name's Spencer, and we're learning how to operate it, and we have Marty talking in the other room on the air with us. And he brings up a movie called When Mike Met Sally. Have any of you two ever heard of it?
I've
That's
heard
okay.
of it. I don't think I've seen it. I definitely like heard that title before.
No worries. It's an old movie. I've never seen it before this either. But there's a diner scene where they're like these two people going out, and the one guy's talking to the lady about people in bed. And the girl tells him that women have fake orgasms sometimes. The guy's like, nuh-uh. She's like, yeah, I guarantee you it's happened to you before. And he's like, no, I'd be able to tell. She's like, okay, well, think whatever you want.
Mhm.
And she ends up like eating her sandwich, and to prove a point, she goes into like full orgasm mode, like just like pretending to have an
like
orgasm.
pretending, yeah.
Like if you're watching it, it's funny, but in hindsight, you have to think this is on the radio.
Yeah.
They can't see that she's eating a sandwich right now.
They're just
pretending that-
hearing it.
They just hear it.
Yeah.
And me and my other host are like looking at each other, like shaking. We just didn't know what to do.
Yeah, but your boss is giving you green lights, right? Like,
It was his idea.
Yeah.
He told us to put it on, and like I couldn't believe it. I couldn't like.
that's my.
We are the only radio station, I think, in the history ever
Yeah.
to play like borderline porn.
porn noises.
Ra-
Yeah, porn
like,
audio.
It wasn't even like a quick 15-second. No, like this thing went on for a good like 3.5, 4 minutes. Like it was like a comedic
Everyone's
timing.
just like got their
dragged
head in
out
their
long.
hands, just like, oh no.
Yeah.
That's a trip, man.
Yeah, and then as soon as she's done, there's like an old lady eating behind her, and she looks over at her eating the sandwich, and she's like, "Oh, I'll have what she's having." Yeah.
I feel like a lot can come up like while live, right? Because you're live, it makes everything like funnier and worse in a
Yeah.
sense.
Oh yeah,
right?
you
Like-
never know what's gonna
Mhm.
happen. A song is about to end. It's your cue. You have to go on and say something. As I'm going to push the button to turn my microphone on, I smash my funny bone. I like decimated that shit. And I just turned it on. I'm like, oh my! I'm like, I just hit my funny bone. I'm like, I don't even know what to say now. This got me completely off guard. I'm
Yeah.
like, good morning, Amherstburg.
Hello.
Like, some of y'all might be laughing. I'm like, my elbow begs to differ, though. It doesn't think it was that funny. But yeah, you know.
That's jokes. The mic's waterproof.
I don't think.
Come here. Yup, you're coming with me.
Okay, so before we call this pizza person, we got shit on by some rain. So you know, if you couldn't tell, we're not where we were.
We had to relocate, you know, the rain got the best of us, but hey, second location, always ready, on deck, let's go.
We talk about it every time, but it seems like a reoccurring fucking issue
We
every
improvise.
time.
We need a permanent weatherman. If you are a meteorologist, please talk to us.
You're still gonna lie to me, but I might listen for a minute.
We gotta
Whatever
figure
you
out what we're
want,
getting.
whatever you want.
Hey, you're live, brother. What do you recommend that we eat tonight, sir?
What are the boys feeling?
What are the boys feeling? You know, we got a little bake in us. You know, got a little rumble in the belly. Definitely feeling something well made. I'm a meat man myself.
I really don't care. I'm down for it all.
You feeling a little spice or?
Ooh, a little meat and some spice. I could be okay with that.
I could do that.
How's my asshole gonna feel tomorrow?
Yes, sir. That sounds good to me.
And then I'll throw like hot peppers on like half of it if you want.
Beautiful.
Buddy.
So the pod that I watched
Okay.
was about 40 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
How long do you guys usually go for?
Shit, I don't even know how long we're at.
So that's kind of thing. It's like there's no like strict time limit to it. It's more of like a vibe thing. You know what I mean? Like once everything's said to be said, then it may be done. But like, if the boys just keep going, then it keeps going.
If we're
Fair.
chopping it up and we got to keep rolling fucking doinks up,
It's
bro,
gonna be
we'll
like
be
40
here for
to
hours.
get the pizza here.
It's completely up to the conversation, I guess.
Double
So
special.
I gotta quit looking away. Hold on, back to where we were. So before we got pissed on by rain, we were talking. You and Sean Kingston. You opened up for Sean Kingston. Bro
Yes,
was
sir.
a pillhead.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, it was awful.
Your role models never tend to be who your role models are.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. Then we got into your radio station story about, who was it? Marty? Oh wait, no.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't say name dropping.
There's gonna be
Name
so
dropping.
many bleeps. Like everyone's gonna think we're swearing and stuff. It's like not.
But
I just can't
Yeah.
drop bro's name. So, I was I don't want to I was informed prior to the podcast that you've got some crazy stories, just in general.
I mean, I got like I like to have fun. I'm more of a yes man, you know. Don't ever threaten me with a good time because I'll just I don't know. I'll cancel plans to like just do crazy shit sometimes.
That's
the way
good.
like I tried to describe
you.
it in a sense was like you're just like you do a lot, and like by doing a lot comes with a lot. You know what I mean? Like a lot of shit happens when you're constantly out doing stuff, being busy, working, staying active, right? So like, yeah, like you have a lot of like not necessarily like stories, but like a lot of experiences with like crazy weird shit.
Well, thank you. I mean, I don't know. I like to take note of the small things.
I respect it.
That's good though.
Got drunk at a party one time. One of my buddies was talking about piercings and how they would never get piercings or whatever, and I was like, you know, it's not. There's certain places I wouldn't. They were talking about the nipple though in particular, and I'm like, I ain't scared of the nipple. It's just I don't want to pay someone to like stab me. Like, just like here's my money, now stab me. You know, but they're like, oh, bet. And they're like, no, you wouldn't. I was like, bro, if I didn't pay for it, I wouldn't care. Like whatever. And they're like, okay,
You
bet
stab
tomorrow.
me for free.
Yeah. So they're like, bet if we go tomorrow, you'll get your nipple pierced. And you know, my drunk ass said sure. And to this day, now I have a pierced nipple.
There you go.
Yeah.
Big yes man.
Never would have went out on my own and got that. It just,
Have you ever thought about getting the other one done?
you know, I thought about it, but I'm not cultured enough to know like if that's weird. or
Okay,
not.
so I don't know very many people who actually have their fucking nipple pierced.
Yeah.
Like, from a guy's perspective, like, how does it feel?
It actually hurt less than my ear did, believe it or not, like my earlobe.
Really?
But I also got the earlobe done with the gun. The gun
So it
sucked.
just takes a chunk out of your ear. See that one?
Yeah.
Bro, I couldn't imagine.
Dude also said I had one
Props
of the
to bitches.
smallest nipples he's ever seen ever. Yeah. He had to like.
Is
to go
that
in the back room.
compliment or disrespectful?
I think it's just honesty, you know, because he had to like go in the back room and like find some like
Special
little
shit, yeah.
tiny thing. Yeah.
That's funny.
He's like, I don't even know if I have something for you. And then he's like, you're in luck. I got one.
That's jokes.
Yeah.
I heard you had like a weird run-in with the law while in Grand Bend a few weeks ago. Like it's just like you know that this stuff's wrong, but like you don't ever expect to like get done for it.
We're on the main strip of Grand Bend. Bumper to bumper traffic going not even 3 kilometers an hour. I'm in the back seat, passenger seat. I don't have my seatbelt on because the whole ride there, full of luggage, crammed like this.
Mm-hmm.
Finally get out. I want my space stay in it, damn it, you know? And we're going to the main strip just to check it out. Weren't even supposed to go there. We were on our way to go get alcohol, actually. And they're like, oh, let's go take a look at the main strip real quick. To make a left onto the main strip, bumper to bumper traffic, and then a cop walking by knocks on the window and goes, excuse me, sir, why aren't you wearing your seatbelt? And I'm like, I just explained the story to him. I thought, you know, maybe if I was honest with him, he'd throw me a bone. Nope, he just threw me a hand signal to go pull into the side and then ripped me up a $240 fucking ticket. Yeah.
$240 fucking dollars for a no seatbelt?
At almost like 0 kilometers an hour. Dude, that's unreal.
Couldn't fucking believe it. It was the first
Unreal.
citation I've ever been handed by an officer.
And you were in the back fucking seat. You
Yeah,
weren't even fucking driving.
Like I could, yeah. I actually have it here on me. I kept it. I keep it with
No.
me just to like remind myself of how stupid this was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta read this.
$40 fucking dollars.
What does it say for
wait.
a reason?
Passenger failed to properly wear seatbelt.
Like, I don't know.
That's like the
as soon as we
definition
got
of like
there.
meeting statistics. Like, but he
yeah.
was like, "Oh, okay, well, I need a couple more."
Yeah, he's like, boys, we got one.
literally.
I met my quota. Shit.
That's crazy.
Bro literally gave you
Hi, welcome to Grand Bend. Now go fuck yourself.
drained
I
your
find it
wallet
funny
for the
that it
whole
also-
weekend.
Yeah.
I also find it funny that it happened on the street that you live on, just not in the same town.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, it happened right on this same road.
Yeah, just in like Grand Bend.
Yep.
That's insane.
Yeah, like, the
That's
street he lives
mind
on.
blowing.
Yeah.
Bro was camping.
Yeah, they were waiting for me.
Straight. Wow.
And then he thought he was gonna be slick, and he saw my my empty Rockstar can. He's like,
What is
"What is that?" I'm like, "That officer is Rockstar."
pure energy?
Yeah.
Like, that's so unfortunate. Cause like, dude, here's the thing. Like, I've had some officers like bless me in a sense. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
caught with like some finable stuff and like at finable speeds. You know what I mean? And like, I'm surprised. Like, I'm very thankful that like they've like let me go and stuff like that. But like, why you for that? Like, it should like really. I'm very like reasonable and like it should have been me. Like,
seatbelt though at 3 clicks.
that's what I mean, bro.
Bumper to bumper traffic.
Seatbelt at 3 clicks. Like I could have probably walked faster than your car.
Yeah, yeah. Little did I know the bumper to bumper traffic was this
Yeah.
freaking ride program. You know,
Jesus.
checking all of us.
And like you're not too worried about it because your driver's sober, right? Like you're
Yeah.
content, like you know you're in the clear. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, like I don't know, whatever, man.
That
Officer
is
Gary or
mind-blowing.
whatever his name was.
yeah.
If you're out there, not cool, man. Not cool.
PD's not a fan.
Not a fan.
Fucking hilarious. And they're OPP out there too. They're not just like a local like municipal township little thing. Like they are dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But there's only like one little 2-foot shack that they're in out there. So it's like how did they get you?
right. They literally posted up right outside of their police station. Like they just walked right out the door, took 4 steps, and then was like knocked on my window.
But like all of Grand Bend police is just like party control.
No, that's very true.
That's all it is. Like they constantly just tend to like young adults and sometimes teenagers. Like
It's not like the car danked of weed or like, you know, we were
Yeah.
being rowdy. I don't know. It
So
was
what were
just-
you on your way to do? Were you just going to
We-
the beach?
We were on our way to go pick up alcohol, and while it was either turn right to go get the alcohol or turn left to go on the main strip. And while they saw the temptation of the main strip, they decided to go check it out real quick to see what it looked like. Because we like just got there.
they're like,
Yeah.
oh, I have to go see. That's what got you.
So were you the only one in the car that actually got a ticket? Like, did anybody else get off? With,
Yes,
like,
thank God.
fucking-
That was my first concern. I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna like cause them to get their, you know, Dermot points or
Yeah, demerit
points. Yeah, whatever the hell. But yeah, no. If you're over the age of 16, ticket goes to you and only you.
Oh, that's sick.
good.
It is
know
good.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Although-
because like you shouldn't have to pay for my
So,
mistakes,
with
right?
that
Like-
being said, what can we get away with in somebody else's car? Like, what crimes can I commit while in somebody else's car that they're not going to get in trouble for?
Well, because okay, here's the problem, right? Is like I know exactly where your mind is right now, right? And like, you'd have to like if I was the driver, I'd have to say that like you threatened me. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay. I see where, yeah. It's a weird thought.
yeah, no,
it's a
definitely.
weird thought.
Because like, yeah, like in what limit of the law does that go to where like only you in the car, like you're the
Yeah.
sole?
Because at that point, what if you
responsible?
could just get out and say I was walking? You just seen me get in for the quick 2 seconds. I was just talking for a minute. Like,
Yeah, it could have been.
You could have just got out and walked. Now I'm on foot. You can't give me shit.
Right?
Yeah. Does it work like that?
I don't know.
You'd have to really try your luck and talk your shit, like
Yeah.
see what you can get away with.
That would probably be pushing.
Here's my question, though. It's like, I understand, let's say you're drinking and driving. You're going to get fined the hell out of. You might even go to jail because you're not only endangering your life, but you're endangering other people's lives, right?
Yeah.
If I decided not to wear my seatbelt, it's not making you not wear your seatbelt. It's not making. If this car crashes, I'm gonna fly through the window. You're gonna ticket me.
Yeah, because they crashed the car.
Yeah, like so in that sense, anytime I'm unsafe to myself, should I get a ticket? Like anytime I run with a pair of scissors, are you gonna give me a ticket?
Yeah.
You know,
This kid's a safety risk.
Yeah, anytime I leave the stove on with the handle facing outward, are you gonna give me a ticket for it? I don't know.
Police knock on your door. Citation.
Well,
I
like
mean, shit.
in the States, you don't have to wear a seatbelt. In Michigan, I'm pretty sure it's like obviously
Really?
like you would expect. Don't quote me on that. You would expect for it to be a law everywhere, but like I know people who have deliberately told me like, "Yo, you don't have to wear your seatbelt because you're in the States."
Maybe
I'm
it's
like-
not as of like an enforced law. Like it may be a law there, but not necessarily enforced.
Got you.
But I don't know, because I feel like.
Because I
I
feel
mean,
like that's the
we hear-
last of the things they need to worry about in the States is
But
fucking.
like that's the thing
a
though, is
seatbelt.
like we hear about like terrible stories from the States and like bad policemen and stuff like that. And like I feel like that's definitely like something a bad policeman would do is like say like, "Oh, you weren't wearing a seatbelt. Like I seen that you weren't wearing a seatbelt. That's why I'm searching your car," type thing. Like
Yeah.
I feel like that's something they would use,
Definitely could be
right?
any leverage.
No, literally, because
Yeah.
they're bad. Those cops aren't necessarily good people, right? Like it's just profiling half the time. Like that's terrible.
Yeah,
That's true.
No, I get that.
I just seen actually recently. Okay, this is completely unrelated to any topic we were fucking talking about. But do you know who? Obviously, the JFK assassination.
Yes.
Yeah. So do you know his son RFK, like Robert?
Yes, sir.
Something whatever. I guess today he like had an assassination attempt on him.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody dressed up as like a.
Damn.
It was either today or yesterday. U.S. Marshal. Somebody dressed up as a U.S. Marshal, all badged out, like green army pants. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture to overlay
That's
it on
crazy.
this. But it was a failed attempt, obviously. But, bro, like, okay. My thought. Somebody's hiding something, right? JFK gets
Always. Or he knows too
assassinated.
much.
Yeah.
RFK almost gets assassinated.
Yeah.
Same bloodline, same family.
Yeah.
I'm about to get assassinated for saying some shit like this on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know too much.
Yeah, he definitely found out something or like knew too much and like his like trust was questionable now or something, right? Like dude, all that stuff's crazy because like there's such like different level hires of power that we have no comprehension
Right?
of.
Like, look at that Epstein shit. Like,
Yeah.
who knows what the hell
Yeah.
happened there? Like,
That's crazy.
An
like,
old man touched a lot of children. I don't know, man. How much do you think a private island goes for? Just for like a bunch of friends. This one old
So,
man
like,
can go and
are
buy
you talking
one.
like an island that like you could actually like bring friends on?
yeah,
or,
and
like,
build
some
like a
shitty
civilization just away from everybody,
I
and
think
then
you're
like
starting
not
at,
live
like,
by like any
100
rules.
million.
You think 100 mil?
I
No.
think that's your starting price.
I think you could probably find like an international waters type of island, go claim it over.
for like for like.
How hard do you think
36,000
it would
rupees.
be? Okay, how hard do you think it would be to fucking imagine we like all boated to an island, right, and had to take out a tribe and like take over the island? Because it's like, why pay when we can just take it over?
Style, just,
Yeah,
let's go.
international waters, man. Isn't anything available?
Yeah, but like that's in the international waters. Like, I feel like even like the people of tribes
This has
are
gotten
actually in
so
countries. Like, I feel like they're definitely just in.
Well,
countries.
no, actually. Okay, now that we're speaking on this, there is a. We might have to look it up as we're talking about it. There is a. It's like a helicopter pad in the middle of. It's now owned by England, but for a while, I guess there was like its own island because it was like in international waters. So from like 40 something to 19. It's called like Two Man Island or like Sea City Island or some shit. Yeah, Sea City. It's called like Sea City, but it's only right now 2 people live on it, which is fucked up.
That's
because
pretty
I guess from like 1940 something to like 2000 something, it was like 100 people lived on it, and then it got like invaded by like Somali pirates, and they had to like fight them off and shit.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, this shit is crazy.
It's
let's do
a
that.
Scottish island.
Oh, okay, is it?
Yeah,
Okay,
vacant
weird.
Scottish island with its own lighthouse and helipad goes on sale for the same price as a small flat in London. Isn't
So
that
how much is
crazy?
that? How much is that?
So okay, a state agency, Knight Frank, has listed the property. All right, it's sited off the coast of like the Scottish coast in Iran for 350,000 euros.
Damn.
So like
That's-
the price of a
bro.
house, price of a house.
But it's not
cheaper
big.
than a house.
It's not big at all. It might be. Obviously, it's a helipad, so it's big. But like,
And then you need about $150,000 worth of fuel.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing is like operations cost for all those things is crazy. Like constantly running gas for a helicopter. Like if you have a private jet, right? Like
Even a
paying the
yacht.
flight attendants. Yeah, yeah.
Bro.
That's boats are insane.
break
for
out
price.
another 1,000.
Yeah,
BOAT.
Yeah.
boat or yachts are crazy to me because like the yacht will have 2 jet skis, a helicopter, and a boat on it. It's
Yeah.
like, you know,
What the fuck's the point?
like that's crazy. That's crazy.
It is
Like,
crazy.
have you ever? There's some guy East Windsor. He's got like probably the biggest boat in the city. Bro has an absurd amount of fucking like just money tied into his yacht. He's got a helipad on it, which is disgusting because who needs that much fucking?
That's crazy.
We have no idea what wealth is.
No,
Nobody
Oh,
knows
no.
what fucking wealth is, bro. Like, there is a very, very small percentage of money being distributed in the world. Everybody else is a free for all.
Yeah. No, that's very true. Like we all work hard to get ours and everything, but like we're fighting over like such a small portion of money that like the giant companies and like the princes and like princesses of like Eastern Africa and stuff like that, like Western Africa, bro, like they got so much money over there. Like
Yep.
the Europeans, the money in the churches for with the Europeans is crazy, right? Like over here we got all the big businessmen, and like you could even tie it to conspiracy theories, bro. Like who holds the money in North America? Because there's so many theories on that. Like nobody knows.
Okay, hold on. Speaking on that, though, conspiracy theories.
Ooh.
It's almost Halloween. We're end of September-ish, into October. What are your favorite conspiracy theories? Like, not even favorites, but just ones that you think are like, well, how the fuck does this exist? Like, how, just anything. Anything that you're just like, you want to know more about, that you'd be interested to ask the FBI or even the government.
Definitely alien shit.
Aliens?
Like,
Ooh,
definitely have to know more about that.
Mhm.
They actually just released a new website where it's all of their declassified videos.
No way.
Yeah, and some of them like you've seen before, but some of them you haven't, and it's like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
Dude, I'd actually really love to watch through those and see those. That'd be
check.
so
They're on the
cool.
internet now. Yeah, it's like a website.
Dude, I'm gonna find them later
Whole
tonight.
list of them. Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, yeah, like recently they just started declassifying a lot of stuff and like about aliens. And
Yeah.
They just admitted, like, the U.S. admitted that there was just aliens, and it was just like that came out of left field.
Yeah.
Well, they admitted that there's unidentified flying objects, or
Okay.
UAPs is what they want to be called.
Okay.
Aerial phenomenon.
Oh, okay.
And but the issue
Getting
is,
fancy with the names.
so it means for a fact there are things in the sky that are moving in ways and behaving in ways that defy our understanding of physics.
Mm-hmm.
To a complete, like, they have complete total airspace dominance is what the chief pilot of the Air Force said.
That's
In the
crazy.
States. Yeah. And they said it's either an alien or it's like Russia or like someone else.
Russia.
But they're like, it's there. We
Yeah.
just don't know if it's what it is or whose it is.
Mhm.
So that's like the
Damn.
question.
Yeah.
It's not if it's there now. You know, it's like, no, there's something fucking there. It's who or what is it now.
Yeah.
So I heard Peru recently documented or released to their government or something like that. There was 2 like 1.5 foot tall aliens. They had carcassed in like this glass container in a fucking bed. And then there's speculation that they aren't real, and then there's speculation that they are real and that they're 1,000 years old. My question is, how'd you catch it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you fucking catch it?
It's like, fun fact, aliens just
Because
really love
if
Cheetos.
everybody's like, if everybody's off to this, like, oh, are aliens even real? Nobody knows. How the fuck did you catch it?
Dude, you just got
yeah.
scientists out in the bush. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Right?
It's like Bigfoot hunters, bro. How do you feel about Bigfoot?
Bigfoot, I think there's definitely maybe something out there. Like, who knows? There's always that chance that, you know, what if there is a species that is as smart as us? You know, like, we're here trying to hunt it down and find it, but it's as smart as us, and it's doing the opposite. It's using
Evading.
Okay, so get this theory then. I'm about to blow your mind. I'll pass
Alright,
you
bet.
that so you can fucking lose some brain cells while I tell you this.
All right.
So think about that whole theory that you just had. But what if you know how like history repeats itself and has this whole theory about like crater impacts and obviously like extinction, right? The whole dinosaurs. So there's craters all over the fucking world and like waveforms that like are traced back to like asteroids and whatever.
Yes.
So my thing is like, what if there's ancient civilization that has greater technology than what we do? And since over time humans have had to rebuild their civilization, what if they're kind of sitting back and they're slowly over time just looking at us like, are we ready to even go post ourselves out there? Can they handle what we're about? Can they take
Yeah.
can they take all this and rebuild it the way it's supposed to be? Like, because obviously like the UAPs, if that's what they're calling them, that's way more advanced technology than we're able to comprehend.
Absolutely.
So at that point in time, it's like, I'm wondering if they're just hiding.
It could be. I think it's a little bit of that as well, because they definitely have total airspace dominance. Like, they could just take over us right now if they wanted to, but they haven't. It's just like we could wipe out every animal on the planet right now if we could. We have the tech to do it, but we don't, right? We study them from afar, and we're like, you know, documentaries and stuff. You don't intervene. You let them do their own thing.
What movie
What
is
if they're
that?
document, you know?
Have you seen this movie? It's a movie about basically that concept. Like, they try to find aliens, but it turns out that the aliens are like watching over them, and there's somebody watching over them. It's like Prometheus or something like that.
I haven't, but that sounds like,
Dude,
yeah, it's pretty much
you'd
exactly
love that
that.
movie. It's around that concept in the
Bet.
sense. Have you heard of like the UFOs? Because I know there's been multiple sightings of them like diving into the water. Like, they'll just like disappear in the water. And
I have, yeah.
And I kind of want to tie that in with what
shit, my bad.
you're saying. You're chilling. I just want to hit this quick. Fucking, I just want to tie it in with what both of y'all were saying, because like you're saying the hidden civilization, and like I think there's a possibility, because our oceans are so unexplored, that like they are doing so hiding in the oceans and shit like that.
Think about that. People talk about Atlantis, the hidden civilization of Atlantis. That's all underwater.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm pretty sure I like the Atlantis story, and like that was more like it got like flooded out and shit like that. It wasn't necessarily that it was an underwater city. It became an underwater city, right? Like, it was like,
It flooded or...
yeah. Like, the water levels just rose and absolutely flooded everything out. And like, yeah, it would be underwater today. That's why it's like lost. We can't find it. I'm pretty sure there are some scientists and some theories out there on where it is. I've definitely seen some stuff. I'm just not too like smart enough to speak on them.
Here's one for you. How do you think the pyramids were built?
Ooh.
And how do you think the pyramids were built?
Okay, no, okay.
And then I'll tell you how I think they were built.
A deal. Run it.
No, I was just passing you the doink.
Oh, no, I meant like run your theory. What do you think?
My theory, okay. Ooh, on how they were built. See, like, I was raised as a biblical man. I'm gonna have to like, I'm gonna be that guy that kind of like sticks to the facts. I like of like what I know about it and stuff like that. And like, I think it was built by slaves over 250 years. There's 1,000,001 things about that I can't explain that like y'all theories will take care of. But like, yeah, I think because it was over such like a large time span that it was capable to do by humans, especially with like such large amounts of people. Because back then there wasn't like it was just pure control over like those people. They were just enslaved, right? So it was like you woke up and lived as workers. So like for their whole lives they just worked and worked and worked. And yeah, I think it's just that concept. But
Okay.
I do love me my theories. So Lo, I'm gonna pass it to you.
All right.
Okay, so personally, I was not raised as a biblical man. I'm not saying anything against it, but I think it just doesn't make sense to me how the precision of it all. If you look at it, right, all the numbers, the angles of the pyramid, the fucking dimensions, the like, what's it called, the radius, the architecture, whatever the fuck it is,
Yep.
from one side to the other, it all lines up with like the radius of the earth and like the poles and all that shit. Like there's if you break it down and we get into it, bro, like I was watching Rogan the one day, he was getting into it with this one scientist, man, and he was saying that shit is so precise to like a 10,000th of an inch that there is no physical way that it could have been hand chiseled. And then like they're like tons and tons and tons of pounds. Like you can't like physically man make that. So like my whole theory is, I feel like same as the whole like theory I just went on about how people are hiding and shit. Like I personally think it's some ancient technology that we have yet to comprehend, and that's why nobody can figure it out, because obviously the ancient civilizations are way smarter than we were with their number system, how the fucking all that shit, man. Like they are too good with it. So like I personally think that there's numbers for a reason, and there's coincidences that add up for certain reasons, but like I just don't think anybody is smart enough to put two and two together and actually completely decipher it.
Okay.
So until then I'm sitting on something else made it, and it's like precision tools, man.
I know
'Cause,
what
like,
you mean. I think there's a chance that like technology could have been lost over time.
Yeah,
and like we had
definitely.
like a reset, right?
Exactly,
Because I don't think anyone
Yes.
actually knows the
Yes.
date of like when this shit started happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I want to hear your take.
Well, it kind of plays off of yours a little
Perfect.
bit. So I
Perfect.
think that
Talk to me.
I think that society has restart, or civilization has restarted like multiple times.
Okay.
And let it be a cataclysmic event, or you know, by their own hands, they just restarted themselves. You know, like let's say the world went to shit. We know what an iPhone is. We know what microphones are and
Right.
stuff. But like, if everyone, like every business, every corporation got blown to smithereens, and it was just us three left on the world, we're back in the Stone Age, boys. I don't
You
even
rebuild it?
Yeah, if we lose our fire, if we lose our lighter, how are we getting fire? You know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
like
Little
shit.
chisel rocks
You
and
know what I
sticks
mean?
together.
Like, I don't know how to build a piece of paper, let alone send an email. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we'd have to build a computer from scratch and
That's
like
true.
do all that. You know, so I feel like it's
I
restarted
know
multiple
exactly.
times.
Yes.
One of the most advanced ones, I think, was able to build those pyramids as like a global monument for whatever messages or tool they wanted it to be used as. And I think once their civilization fell apart and it restarted and it slowly started to build up again, the Egyptians, you know, imagine you're leading your entire crew, and the way it's always been has been you guys travel through the desert surviving. And then out of nowhere, you find these monuments, like these great, like you've never seen anything this size before, and there's nobody there to claim it. You know what I mean? And you're like, yo, this is going to be our base now.
Yeah.
There's nobody here to say no.
Yeah.
Obviously, whoever built it ain't around no more, because I'd be guarding this with my life. This is the most advanced thing I've ever seen. It's like so big, so grand. How did these big ass stones even get here? They're like, you know what? We're gonna stay here. We're gonna hold hut, and I'm gonna write our history as I made all of my men do it, because that's the only believable way to explain this. And any enemy that comes forth is going to know that our nation is powerful enough to create such a grand thing. And that'll be like
A
the
deterrent.
biggest bluff of history.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like-
yeah. That's crazy. But he wrote his own script.
That's crazy. To
But
think
that's
about.
all history is, right? Like,
Yeah, whoever holds the pencil, you know?
yeah, it controls history.
Yeah.
How far does history date back? Like at some point the game of telephone gets fucked up.
Exactly.
Of course, always.
So-
That's it with religion too.
That's how I feel sometimes,
Yeah.
man.
That's why all religion's so similar but so different at the same time. You know, everyone just kind of caters to their own feelings, and then it's a new
I always
religion.
find it weird how like so many wars are over religion, yet as I've like come to like look at different religions and beliefs and stuff like that, like they're so similar. Like they're
Yeah.
they're so similar. Like
Yeah.
everyone's like not everyone, there are different ones, but like for a good like portion, like everyone's worshiping a god, right? Like, and they have different beliefs of who supported that god, but like it's all the same god. Yet like we've had 1,000-year wars over this shit. Like that's crazy to
Yeah.
me.
That's another reason why I want aliens to come through. Because if
Yeah.
aliens come through, it's like game over. You know, like there is no religion, there is no racism. You know, like
Yeah,
right now
yeah.
it's what country, what piece of the rock are you from? You
Yeah.
know, eventually it's gonna come to
We're
a
gonna
point we're gonna have motherfuckers being born on Mars in like 150
That's
years.
true.
You know,
That's
it ain't gonna be what
We're
country. It's what
humans.
planet are you from,
Yeah.
Do you
fam?
really
Like,
think we're gonna make it to Mars though?
I mean, if anyone can do it, it's the world's richest man, and he seems like he's like obsessed with it. Like,
I think bro's an alien to begin with. I'm not.
if
even
anyone
gonna
can get
hold
us there, it'd be an alien.
That
Yeah.
exactly, but like,
I don't
is
know.
he colonizing Mars so you can't ever come back? Is
I don't know.
it just a life ticket to be like, all right, I'm the
I think
first to
it-
abduct you?
You know what I think it is, low key, the elephant in the room that he's never addressing. I think it's population control. We do got to cut down population, but let's not sterilize everyone. Let's
Yeah.
not kill off anyone.
Yeah.
Let's just put them in a new
Relocate.
planet.
Yeah,
And
relocate.
yeah, and then we can, and then we'll give out the cure for cancer, and then we'll give out the, you know, all the actual things that governments and society are holding out on, like all the fuel and all the corrupt stuff. I don't know.
No, I know what you mean, because like it's gets worse and worse like every 10 years. Like our population, like you see it like drastically every 10 years. Like we're up
driving?
to 8 billion people now. Like that's crazy.
I think it's 9 now.
Is it?
No,
I think so. Hang on, I'm
Might
gonna
be
look it up.
pushing
I'm
it.
gonna
you're
look it
fucking
up.
with me.
Might be pushing it, but like close to. Damn.
9 billion.
It was a scary number.
That's disgusting.
That is a scary number, to be fair.
Like, think about it, bro. There's not enough homes. There's so many people coming into Canada. Not even like, yeah, like North America, just in general, over the last little
Yeah.
bit. Like the housing crisis, both in the U.S. and Canada. It's like, it's insane, bro. Rent is impossible.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right. It's 8.1 right now.
8.1.
That's still
okay.
absurd, bro. It was $7 billion. Like,
Yeah, well, that's what we were taught in school. was
It's
there
only
was
gonna
7
get
billion.
faster.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they're saying that birth rates right now are actually low. Like, well, they're gonna be low. They're saying that our generation of people aren't having nearly as many children
very
as they
low,
used to.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
fair.
blame them.
And I feel like, yeah, no, that's 100% got to be true. I feel that, yeah, I definitely see that being true, man. Because, like, it's just, we don't need, nor can we afford to, like,
Our
have that many
yeah,
kids. Like, our
right.
society isn't built for it.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, nowadays people don't want to work, right? So like, the people who do want to work are these people who are coming in and they're packing like 5-6 to an apartment and they're going to work and they're splitting everything just because like nobody here wants to work. So it's like they come in and
And it's totally the internet.
yeah,
Like,
that as well.
You're
That as
you're able
well.
to actually see how the 1% are living. You're able to see how things are working, how absurd everything is as a whole. You can compare with other countries. You know what I mean? If you were to tell me, oh, there's a war with Russia and Ukraine, and it's because Putin didn't get the last slice of apple pie.
Yeah.
If you told me that in 1974 and there was no newspaper out yet that week, I'd have nothing else but to believe you.
Yeah, literally.
Now,
Literally.
I can go online. I can look up what Russia is telling their people. I can look up what Ukraine is telling their people. You know what I mean? Like, you're able to get the whole picture of everything, even
Yeah.
that 1% of the rich people. You're able to see how absurd they're spending their money and they're blowing their money and how everyone around you is working hard for nothing almost, you know, compared to these 1%.
That
And it's
is
like,
true.
and then, you know, you're like, why the fuck do I want to live my life working for them like that, you know?
But like, do you also like? I also see the simplicity in like if I never know that a yacht exists, then I'm content with a rowboat. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's a good way to put
Absolutely.
it.
right? So like, if I'm sitting here and all I have is this rowboat, and like that's the best thing in the world to me. But then I learned there's a yacht. Fuck my rowboat. Like, I don't want the rowboat
Hey.
no more.
Oh, damn.
Here, you can take my
There you
seat
go.
for a minute.
Thank you.
No worries. How you doing, Steve?
Trying not to shoot myself.
Fuck, man, that is insane.
Mm-hmm.
I also brought y'all a surprise. I don't know if you
Surprise.
want the surprise now or at
Okay.
the end of the podcast whenever you
Okay.
decide to end it.
Okay.
That's up to you two.
All right,
You
bet.
give me a surprise.
Yeah, I brought y'all a surprise.
Ooh, okay. You know what? Let's save it for the end.
Okay,
Like
word.
would okay? I'll ask you this. Like, would we want it like during, or is it doesn't matter? Like,
That's a good question.
There's a possibility that you might want it during,
okay,
but I won't be offended if you want to wait till the end of the show.
okay. Let's no, let's rip it out now. Let's rip it out now. Let's
Okay,
rip it out
now here's the next question.
Okay.
Okay, so who rocks white more and who rocks gray more?
Ooh, okay. I think I'm a white man.
Yeah, you can decide on that.
I think I'm
You
more
keep white clean.
Yeah, I'm usually rocking
I'm
white.
spilling ink on myself all the time.
Okay,
So, yeah,
okay.
go around with that, bro. It looks like I fucking pissed myself.
So,
like straight up.
Logan, how old are you?
24.
You're 24. Okay,
Yes,
right
sir.
on. I'm 23.
Okay.
It's always nice seeing people around our age that are like doing shit outside of the box.
Mhm.
You know, going against the grain.
Yes, sir.
And because like, you know, fuck society and the way that it, you know, it's formed to make. And I really I appreciate what you're doing here. I really like the message that you're trying to do. Love the idea. And I proved, Donnie, this is a really good idea. And I'm glad that you showed me the podcast and y'all invited me on, and you even decided to make the outro theme one of my tracks. So I decided to make y'all your own
Oh, that's hard.
shit, bro.
slash
Camera.
That's
slash
hard.
the second spliff.
PD second split hoodie.
Okay, hold the phone, bro. That
There you
shit
go.
is
Yeah,
hard.
you already know.
That shit
There you
is
go.
You
hard.
already know. It's
Okay.
going on
I also
right
signed
now.
them for you.
Oh, I fucking
It was like the
love
printed
that.
signature.
Okay, I don't
that
even know
comes
if I
on
want
there,
to
but-
wear this, bro.
Damn,
Oh,
bro.
my God,
This
thank
shit
you.
Oh,
is
of course.
crazy.
Thank you
course.
on
Yo,
that.
camera, let's go hard. Let's go hard.
There you go.
Thank
Cody, I
you.
appreciate you so
Oh, of course,
much.
man.
That's
Thank
insane,
you,
bro.
sir.
So there you are.
That's
I got
dope.
it.
Fuck
Hold
yeah.
up. Cam, give me 2 seconds.
Y'all have
That's
no
going
idea how hard it
directly
was
on the wall, bro.
You have no idea how hard it was to steal your logo.
Yeah, I could have.
had to, like-
Hey, you could have sent it. I could have. You could have said, "Yo, I need it for a fucking something." I would have sent it regardless.
It's okay. There's a will, there's a way. I did it.
Deal, bro. No, that is hard. Hey, there's not a. I don't think there's a better first guest than the person to provide us with an outro song. So
Let's go.
it goes farther than
I was
just an
worried they
interview,
wouldn't fit.
brother.
I'm glad
No,
they
this is
I'm glad that one
beauty.
fits.
This
Fuck
is
yeah.
beauty, bro.
This'll be crazy, bro. This is monumental. I don't know. It's like the
Sign it,
first,
too.
yeah. Cause that's crazy. Imagine like you blow up. Imagine just one. Now this is far fetched and out of hand, but like, I don't know. Imagine just a random viral clip hits and one of your songs blows up, bro. This is
Boom.
the first thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They're-
hard.
they're-
So like this is going directly on a
Wow.
wall. I don't know if
Hey.
I'm even wearing this, man.
Hey.
Thank you. I
Yeah, of
appreciate
course.
that.
Of course.
This is awesome.
Thanks for
No,
having
I
me.
love it. It looks good. It's sick. It's sick. I
That's
appreciate you
super
a
dope,
lot,
man.
brother. Thank
Fuck
you
yeah.
very much.
Yeah,
That's
no
sick.
worries.
I'm a
That's
happy
sick.
man. We appreciate you
fuck.
coming on here.
You got to
bro.
rep the brand.
Bro, this is so
Yeah.
cool. This is so
That's
cool.
insane, bro. No, that's so dope. Fuck
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
And like it's well put together too. Like it looks really really good. Like placement wise and
Yeah, I
shit.
didn't want it
Yeah.
to be like, I don't know. I didn't want like a big logo.
huge. Yeah,
or-
yeah. No,
I just
it's
don't.
perfect. It's perfect. This
Yeah.
is bro, walking
You-
advertisement.
Yeah, you busted that out. I was like a fucking 8-year-old kid discovering his first boner for the first time. I don't know, but this shit was
No,
Oh,
this
no
is
worries.
sick.
happy moment.
This
There you
is
go.
So
sick.
crazy. Fuck yeah. Thank you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate you coming on here, man.
Fuck yeah.
You know.
I guess at that, bro. I don't know if you watched the last podcast, but Donnie and I were talking about how we're gonna let the guests do it each time, or possibly let the guests do it. But if you're down for it, we'll let you run the outro. Plug your own fucking whatever you want. Talk about yourself for a minute, and then give us an outro. If
Yeah.
you're not comfortable with the outro, we can do that as well. And
I'll do my best.
sounds
So
good.
yeah,
bro.
shout out to these two guys right here on the Second Spliff podcast. You know, we making moves, we killing it, we advancing every single video. You can check out my music on Spotify, YouTube Music, iTunes, all platforms really. Check out my new single Motions by Petey, and yeah, have a good one, you guys. Peace out.
I've been so caught up in the moment, and now that I know this, it's time to get off the only road that I know. Since I've been playing tug of war with a rope of emotion, now we running around while we go through the motions.